Hello, sixth graders. This is the part 2 of Mrs. Lee's perspective lesson. Okay. We will be using this paper. Okay. And I call it a room paper because it will turn into something like this. So our goal is to create our own rooms today. Okay. Now that's more of a private room. Here's an example of more of a public space done in the same manner. Now on these drawings, the vanishing point is right in the middle of that center rectangle. Can you see a tiny dot there? Okay, that is where the vanishing point is. And anything that goes on that inside the rectangle is not going to be a part of the perspective. Everything else would be. Let me show you. So the windows and the curtain, you don't have to worry about making it perspective. You can just draw that. And this one too, the center window and then 2 tall lamps, they're not part of the perspective. All right, so let's get this started. Now behind me is a whiteboard in the art room, and I have drawn that same, the large rectangle, that's going to be your paper, and the smaller rectangle in the middle. And my vanishing point is drawn with red. Okay. So, all you need is a pencil. It doesn't matter if it's a wooden pencil or mechanical pencil. And then you will need the ruler. Okay? And again, any line that you're going to draw today is going to be with the ruler, except in here. Okay? All right, let's get this started. Now, the first thing you need to do is to connect the corner of the inner rectangle to the corner of that paper. So you do that 4 times. You can just do it with me, and you don't have to wait for the instruction today so much. And if you need to pause the video, if you need more time, then go ahead and pause it. Okay? So that's what you got to do first. Now, just by doing so, we just created a room space. Here's a ceiling, floor, and 2 side walls. Okay. Now, you cannot go in and out from here at this point. So the next thing we have to draw is the door. So I'm going to put a door up on this side. You can do that on that side if you want to. Okay, it really does not matter. So let's first put the ruler up here, and then make this up and down line parallel to the edge of the paper, starting from the floor like this. Then stop where you want to. You want the door height to be. So I'm going to stop right there. Okay, and the next line cannot be like this. That's not going to be in perspective. So what you do next is connect the vanishing point and the top of the door line right here, and then add that, the top line for the door. Now it's perfectly in perspective. Now that's all you have to do actually, but if you want to make it fancy, you just do the same thing twice. You can do the door frame by repeating the same thing right there. Okay. And the doorknob, you don't have to use the perspective one. You can just attach the doorknob. All right, so there goes your door. Okay, now let's put the window up on that side. it is a similar concept. But this time, I'm going to start with the perspective line first. So starting from the vanishing point, let me just move it to that side so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm going to draw the top of the window line. And then the bottom of the window line. Like that. Okay. And then with the parallel line to the edge of the paper, you can cut that shoulder. I'm going to cut it about this short. Make sure these are parallel to that. Okay? And erase the extra. And there you go. That's your window. But if you want to go into more details, now just like what you did with the door, you repeat the same process and make it double. Now don't forget to use the vanishing point to make it double. Okay, you can't just make it double just by guessing. You have to use the vanishing point. Okay, and the vertical lines are okay without the vanishing point. Okay, and so there is your window frame. Now if you want to turn that into two portions, most of the time door has two portions, or you can even divide that into using the perspective line, divide into smaller portions like that. Okay, oop, that got erased. Oops. Okay, here you go. So create the window just however you like to design it. Okay, so that's a window. Now you can go in and out. The light comes in, so it looks like this room is ready to be moved in, but at nighttime we're gonna get in trouble because there is no light on the ceiling. So let's take care of that. Okay, do the same thing. Starting from, I'm just going to put one big light in the middle. Okay. Using the vanishing point and cutting that into a length you want parallel to that edge of the paper. Okay, so here we go. Now you can of course make two smaller ones or even three smaller ones if you want to. There goes your light. Okay, now this room is, you can actually move in here without any problems. So it just depends on what you want to, what kind of furniture you want to put on. You can actually put anything you like in here, but I'm gonna do an example of typical things. Okay. So over here, I will put a bookshelf. Okay, this will be something that's taller. So we'll do the same thing just like the door, but this time we actually have to draw a tall rectangle like that. Okay, erase the floor line then, and then connect the corner with the vanishing line. Oops. Here we go. Okay, and then cut the width. Okay. You don't need the floor line anymore. So here's a tall box. Now, if you want the shelf, make sure you use vanishing line, a vanishing point for each line. Oops, that you want to draw. Okay, here we go. Now, you can, of course, you can make the frame of the bookshelf double if you want to go into that much of a detail. Oops. And now, if you want to put the books in here, each book has to be drawn with the perspective. Can you believe that? You might not want to do that. Okay. Or if you want to make it shorter and then call that a dresser, you just have to draw a handle there. And then that's going to turn into a dresser. Okay. All right, so that's a tall furniture. Now I'm going to put a bed here, and that's going to be wide furniture. Now you don't have to do a bed, you can just do a table, but it is all done in a similar manner. So what you have to do is I'm going to draw a wide rectangle here. Here we go. And leave a little bit space between the wall and the bed. Okay. And let's see, I'm going to make it about this long. Okay. Can you guess what you have to do next? Okay, connect the corner with the vanishing point. This is a little bit off like that. Okay. And then you can make it into a twin size bed, the king size bed, however you want. I'm gonna make it about this big. Okay, so that means you have to erase all that. Okay, here we go. Here is your bed. Okay, as long as it's not above that, that's the end of this wall. So don't go over that. You know that's not gonna work. But as long as it's before you reach to that line, you'll be fine. Okay, and then that's basically it. But if you want a headboard, go up, extend that line, okay, and then cut it off with the vanishing point. Okay, and then you can put the pillows or comforters or whatever you want on there and decorate it. Okay, so you can keep going. You can add the garbage can here. You can put the windows here. To draw anything on that surface, you just draw it. Okay, and even like the edge of the carpet, and you can just draw it with, let me just do that. So if you want like a floor runner or something, okay, you just do it just like that. Okay, so that's basically it. And feel free to add anything you like. And no cheating, please. Okay, don't do a freehand. Do not just draw random line with that perspective. Do it exact. All right, so this is it for the second part of the perspective lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.